Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to the round one of World Series 2021, another best of 9. And today we have Aysina down in the south as the Red USA Air Force versus GC Stazz, or just Stazz, in the pink super weapon general. So pretty exciting one today, because not only is it, I think, the last match of round number 1. It has been a long haul getting all of these round matches out of the way, but totally worth it to cover the whole World Series. So yeah, last match of round 1, a pretty exciting match, and we have a recent LAN winner. So there's recently a LAN in Moscow where people bring their own PCs, or I don't know if they were borrowing PCs or whatever, but hosted by a Russian YouTuber called I think it's Blair is his name, but his channel is like BL9RTV. Got quite a lot of followers, a big Russian following. All of his videos are in Russian. But yeah, he hosted a physical LAN, and they did a little tournament, and Stazz was the winner of it. Don't know if Asus was there. Recently casted Asus. Don't know if he was there or not. But yeah, Stazz apparently better than SPL, because I'm pretty sure SPL was there as well, which is interesting. And I've played Stazz a few times recently. His level is very, very good. Aysina, I actually don't know who that is. So a bit of an unknown quantity. Let's see what fireworks he is going to bring. So yeah, who's the Air Force? Red is the Air Force, which is Aysina. At least that's how I think you're saying it. Is it Aysina? Aysina, I think. But yeah, he or she is with the... yeah, you can't assume anyone's gender nowadays. We've got Air Force down in the south. You can see the point defense lasers here, deflecting the missiles there. We've got a V in the back, and it is harassing Stazz. But Chinook's taking damage on both sides here, actually. Oh, he thought about laser locking the dozer, but a little bit of hesitation there. Gets 2 of his missile defenders killed. Stazz is going for the oil. Got a couple of missile defenders here. It's a bit of a scrappy game straight away, really. This barracks is really screwing with Aysina, though, because he's not able to get enough ranges out to counter this now, because his barracks is already causing the damage, and well, it's already got enough ranges out, rather, and he's actually capturing the main supply there. So this straight away is looking like a decent start here for Stazz. You definitely take a super weapon win over Air Force, that is for sure. Laser lock comes in on that one. Stazz is still taking damage here, so yeah, just needs to clear up that simple one. But I think he's completely focused over here. There is still a dozer for Aysina. Couple of missile defenders here, so even if this V does come in and get the crushers on a few, you would imagine it will still go down. But the problem is, because you're in a bit of a choke point here, this V probably there probably is a way that it could crush all of this, especially if Stazz is not paying attention. But it looks like he is, because he laser locks it a little bit. But the V just decided to run away. Stazz behind us. He's getting another oil. Already got one. Barracks and power going up here for Aysina. I think this is GG now. I think Stazz has won with super weapon general. Maybe you're seeing here why he's the Moscow Moscow land champion. Winning with super weapon general is not an easy thing to do against Air Force. And he gets another oil there as well. This is going really well. Is Stazz hunted though? No, he's not, because he's got this dozer here. He's got another dozer over here. Okay. And that is a really quick win for super weapon against air. Well, you're expecting a super weapon against air to go really quick, but you're not expecting a quick stomp like that from the super weapon general. So yeah, really well played there by Stazz indeed. 1-0 is the score. Okay, into game number 2. We have Stazz now down in the south with the USA Air Force in the cyan color. Up in the north, we've got Aysina with the red super weapon general. So yeah, you're imagining Stazz will be able to convert this to a 2-0. That's what I'm expecting, because he just won with a super weapon. Now, why would you not win with the massively overpowered one? Are we going to see another combat Chinook like we saw Asus do against... who is he against? I actually forgot the guy's name. Azuz. Asus against Azuz, that's it. It's looking like it could be, you know. It is really looking like it could be. He is going for at least some missile defenders. That looks like it could be a drop, the way he's sending them over here. But I do think a combat Chinook is more powerful. What's he doing? Nah, it could be... Yeah, I think he's just spent 1200. Yeah, I think it's combat Chinook. So it depends what is this drop able to get done here from Aysina. Aysina's gone for a 2 barracks build, which I think is probably your best chance against combat Chinook. Laser lock comes in on both Chinooks, but the point defense lasers here will protect this one. The red one there taking a bit of damage. And this one here could get laser locked, but is he just going to leave it? Because the Rangers will be able to clear... Yeah. While they're stationary, we'll be able to clear it up. And then here comes the combat Chinook. I don't know, man. Is it at least... Because I think Stazz is like... Well, the fact that he attended the Moscow LAN. Is it this Eastern European thing that like to do all these lame strats with the combat Chinooks? Mind you, there's a lot of other players do it. Fargo, Xcal doing all these lame combat Chinooks. You are in a big money tournament, so I mean, if you can get the win, you need to get the win, like I always say. So, yeah, another combat Chinook. Now it's parked back here. I mean, you're not able to collect. That's like so frustrating to play against. Needs to be careful, though, Stazz, because whilst he's doing an attack, like we saw in a previous game, he's often not paying attention back at home. And therefore, he loses a Chinook this time, like he was losing a bit of HP on the Chinooks before. Oh, there's an EMP. There's an EMP. Okay, so can he clear this up? He brings in his combat Chinook. Just needs to be careful, though. Wow. A little bit brave sending that in, but I suppose he's taking no damage. And the Rangers for Stazz are going to win the ground engagement. So, he is going to clear all this up. Oh, baby. I thought he was going to run into the MP there, but he seems to have seen it. And he's going to hit the power. So he's going to hit the power. No, why are you sending this back? Okay, he stayed. He quit anyway. He's won anyway. I thought he should kill the power, then he should load up inside the combat Chinook, then hunt both of the dozers, and then it's won. But yeah, quick 2-0 there. Very well played by Stazz. Okay, moving on to game number 3. We have Stazz now down in the south on... we're on quite a newish map, actually. It was with the China tank. We're on Planet Koyon, which is the map, Planet Koyon. Over the north, we have Aysina with the red China nuke. So yeah, Planet Koyon. This came about because... well, first of all, Fargo got the name of Canyon of the Dead wrong. He called it Koyon of the Death or something like that. So that's where the word Koyon came from. Then, I don't know if it was Fargo again. I think it was Size, actually. I think it was Size. He called Plant Waste Planet Waste. It's actually a map from CNC3, Plant Waste. And then it was called Small Town USA in CNC3. Then in our game, it got changed to Plant Waste. And then Big Size called it Planet Waste. So that's why this map was born, Planet Koyon. And it's got a little bit of StarCraft 2 in it, really, I think. Because you've got this platform here with only one route up. And that's a bit like StarCraft 2, isn't it? Like you'd build your base, you're collecting your minerals. If anyone knows or familiar with StarCraft 2, used to watch it quite a lot. I used to watch the streams and stuff, trying to see what we can learn from the Korean players that we can bring over to Zero. What can we implement ourselves? So yeah, that's the introduction to the map. You've got some supplies here. You've got some supplies, refinery, oil, stuff like that. Battlemaster here from Aysina is the China nuke. GAT and a Battlemaster is the build order of choice behind it. Got a flamer on this right hand side. Not really sure how much I agree with that flamer, because that flamer will just go straight down. Because you've got to anticipate the nuke is going to be making Battlemasters. That's like pretty much the norm. So if you make a flamer, then a Battlemaster is just going to find it. A Battlemaster's got the speed. So yeah. Mines here is good. Has been revealed now, but yeah, mines there is good because you're completely blocking off that. I mean, even against the GLA or anything, you're blocking that whole entrance with the mines there. So yeah, decent strat. So we've got 3 Battlemasters for Aysina down the middle of the map. Got a red guard heading over here. There is an oil in the corner, and there's an oil over here as well. These 3 Battlemasters. I mean, no economic damage has been done to Stazz yet. Yes, he lost that flamer on the right, but no economic damage has been done. This Battlemaster now could fire over. I think he's trying, isn't he? And is he going to run into the mines here? Oh, baby. He's He's going to try to clear them, but he steps on the mines anyway. And over here, we've got a Battle Master go down. Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Battle Master on like 0% HP. You could move that Gat over there, though. But meanwhile, he's actually going for a counter-attack. He's actually got a Battle Master in the supply line here. That Battle Master that... Ooh, it wins the engagement. So yeah, losses on both sides here now, actually. That oil there has been denied. This one has also been denied. So yeah, losses on both sides. Barracks now going up for Aysina in the back of the base. He's on a prop, so you would imagine the Lotus is coming out soon. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good for the nuke because you just want to stabilize, get on that prop. Lotus here is going to run past the Battle Master on the right. It looked like the Battle Master was following the Lotus friend for a second, but I think he double tapped E to try and kill this flamer. I think that might be what he did. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, so he's force firing over there, and he is killing the trucks actually very, very slowly. This one's surviving for the time being. There, an oil has been captured now for Stazz. There is a prop up for Stazz as well, of course, because we have seen the Lotus. Lotus versus Lotus here in the woods somewhere. Yeah, they're both crossing each other here. But he's actually going to choose to not capture the oil. He's going to follow it instead and then kill it with the Gat. But the Gat's just parked up. Ooh. Okay, Lotus is going down. Battle Master back here. Might take a Gat with it, but it is going to go down, probably you would imagine, to this outpost. Actually, this Battle Master is going to cause a lot of damage. Yeah, the outpost has been popped open as well. Okay. Everything dead. Does need to be careful with this massive army of Battle Masters here on the left-hand side, taking damage from that bunker. Lotus now capturing this oil. There's a couple of Battle Masters here. Those trucks not being replaced, which I'm not really happy about that. Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't be making them trucks again. He's just completely forgot. There is now an Overlord out, and you would imagine when you get to Overlord's ECMs that Nuke is just gonna win. You've got the speed, you've got the power, you've got everything. Yeah, no trucks there, man. That's horrendous. No trucks, no. Okay, interestingly, another player choosing the Gatling cannon rather than the speaker tower. So yeah, your Overlord's not going to repair. Surely you would choose the health regen. Lotus now going over to this left-hand side. Let's capture this oil. Battle Master Army continuing the push. This propaganda center here. It's now going to fall. There's a few Battle Masters here. He's only just remade that truck there. Yeah, the Overlord should be able to win this engagement. I think he would have a better chance if he got the speaker tower sooner, because that unit there would be on pretty much full HP now. There is autoloaders, so you got to be careful. Because these Battle Masters here are very, very strong. I would like to see Subliminal Messenger, and that would make this army even stronger of the Overlords. But I think regardless, he's probably going to win this engagement. One Overlord there does fall. Aysina taking the lead in XP a lot here. You can see every Battle Master that you kill that's Vet 2, which is pretty much every single one. Well, it is every single one. Every Vet 2 unit you kill of the Battle Masters, you're getting 200 XP. So you can see now that's why there's a double difference in terms of the XP. Absolutely crazy. Okay, interesting. We've got a tank drop from Stazz over here. That's decent because, like, you imagine if he had level 2 artillery, you probably would have killed that supply. But with the drop, you kill that supply and more. Okay, one Overlord has gone down. This oil just needs to be a little bit repaired. It was looking really decent for Aysina. He's still only collecting on one truck here, man. Why are you collecting only one truck?
You are victorious.
Frozen the towel, yeah. 3-0 now for Stazz. Very, very well played by Stazz. A little bit shaky at times, taking a little bit of damage here and there. His oil capture was delayed, stuff like that. His prop went down. But, yeah, did enough to pull through and get the win. I think Aysina, just with a few little tweaks there, could have easily got the win. He was way ahead in terms of XP. Yeah, just with a few little tweaks. No reason why he couldn't have got the win there. But either way, 3-0. Okay, jumping into the next game, we have Stazz now up in the north with the China nuke. In the yellow color. Down in the south, we've got Aysina with the China tank in the red. So, yeah, is Stazz going to convert this to a 4-0? I mean, you've got the stronger army here, which is nuke. Should be able to. But it is quite a close quarters map. You're pretty much fighting straight away. Which makes me laugh, this giant cow. That's basically... Is it bigger than the dozer? Is it bigger than the construction dozer? I think it is. Giant cow. I mean, it's almost as big as the building. It's definitely bigger than the supply truck. I might get that collecting the supplies instead. But yeah, because you've got tank versus nuke, you're in close quarters combat and pretty much straight away. Both players going for the same build order here, which is interesting. Yeah, it's near enough identical build order, actually. 2 supplies, war factory, war factory. But the second supply, if you want to call it that, is actually this one in the middle, and the war factory versus the war factory, very, very close. So yeah, what are the first few units that you should be making? You could argue maybe an outpost would have been decent there. Try and grab hold of these buildings super quick. But he is just making 2 Battle Masters at first. There's another Battle Master back here. Battle Master. He's got inside of that bunker. Straight away he's putting Aysina in a bad situation. But Aysina does have a flamer here, so can flame that open. But there is a Battle Master here as well. That building does get cleared, actually. You could have pressed evac on that and then reloaded it once that flamer was dead, and that would hold this whole area now. But now that building's been opened up, Aysina are actually closing down the war factory here. And suddenly that war factory is in a bit of trouble. And this Battle Master here is going to run into some mines, just like we saw before. So Aysina copying that strat a little bit. 2 trucks have gone down here. Another outpost has been produced, but it would have been stronger in that bunker, that is for sure. But either way, it's taken down 1 Battle Master so far and almost a second. But there's another flamer here now. And yeah, this isn't looking too positive for Stazz. All of his aggression's been shut down. And his front of his base is getting shut down here. So Stazz is in survival mode now because he's got Battle Masters of the tank player to deal with everywhere. But yeah, he just feels that's too much. GG, Aysina gets his first win on the battlefield. Yeah, 3-1 is the score. Okay, jumping into game number 5. We're now on Sand Scorpion, edited by Jendi. Play fair and have fun. We have Stazz down in the bottom right with the nuke, GLA... Still got nuke on the brain. With the GLA demolition, with the yellow color. I've casted way too many of these replays, you know. Sometimes I'm doing this for like 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day. On top of my work and seeing my family is getting a little bit crazy. No wonder I'm saying the wrong things all the time. GLA demolition for Aysina up on the top left with the red. So yeah, another mirror. Okay, another mirror. So we're only going to see this map and this matchup once. Yeah, I don't think you can choose the same map twice in the World Series, so there is a big map pool, but I don't think you can choose it again. Unless if your opponent wants to play it again, I wonder if it can be. I don't think so. Yeah, if we go to a decider here today, it will be a stealth mirror, so I believe. But yeah, right here, right now, we have a GLA demolition mirror. So a fair opportunity here for Aysina to get himself back into this match. He's 3-1 down currently. He can only lose 2 more. And Aysina needs to win 4 more games. Okay, Stazz, a little win there. Actually, I say a little win. It's quite a big win. Taking control of the middle and forcing the cancellation of that tunnel. That allows you then to just send your first technical straight down the middle of the map. Not only provide loads of scouting, but also probably get in and kill a load of workers. Or if you prepared a TNT, might be a really fast way to get a TNT off. Secured that middle. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be popping his technical there. Got tunnel versus tunnel on this left-hand side. We've got a beacon on top of the demo trap there. It's Aysina's demo trap, Stazz's beacon. Technical here from Aysina. That's kind of weird that Stazz won the middle battle, but his technical is actually the second to be out. And actually it's going to be Stazz facing the technical of Aysina in his base. It's kind of weird. Last thing you want to be doing in Duel Mode is chasing the enemy technical whilst it runs around and kills all your workers like this. This is where you're not controlling the game. The enemy is controlling the game and also hurting your economy meanwhile. So yeah, a little bit weird that he won the middle. Oh, also Aysina's getting his oils faster as well. Getting 2 oils. So yeah, Aysina definitely off to a better start here, I think. He isn't getting control of these buildings over here though, despite having some RPGs out. Maybe he's just a little bit scared of using them. Because these technicals will probably just shut him down. But I mean, if you just wait around, Stazz is going to grab this. Oh man, he's engaging a tunnel with just technicals. What are you doing? Such a good start there for Aysina, but all of a sudden he's just throwing advantages away. Like, this tunnel here is going to go down. I don't think those RPGs will kill that building by the time the tunnel goes down. So I think what's going to happen is that tunnel's going to go down, and then your army here is stuck. And he's just going to get... Nah, this is bad. Nah. Yeah. Everything else has been really good from Aysina, but the whole battle here, really bad. He needs to cancel them and get his $200 back. That's been cancelled. Yeah, he's just lost everything. So his oil lead that he's just made all that money from is now pretty much just thrown away all that. He's basically gifted Stazz this left-hand side. That tunnel there is going to get... Does it even get cancelled? I don't even know if he got cancelled. I think he lost the $800. Now, Stazz is catching up in terms of the oils. He's got a load of tunnels here. He's got 3 oils. He's probably going to have control of both of these for probably the remainder of the game because it's so hard to retake across that bridge. It is really hard to retake. Okay, Stazz now killing one of the oils. Toxin Tractor moving out through the middle, but a nice pop and a nice evac there from Stazz. You're seeing why he's the Moscow Land winner. Popped his unit so he didn't get flushed out, and then straight back in as soon as the Toxin Tractor was dead. So yeah, nice control there from Stazz. I like that. Second arms dealer going up. He's only collected on 3 workers on his main. As you know, it's not my favorite thing to see. He is expanded to this one though. So yeah, right now his economy is based. You see the yellow dots on the map. He's way ahead, I think. Palace now being built by Aysina. I think just having control of this middle part is a massive plus point, but not to mention having control of this and this. I mean, they're the only 2 points of contention, really, aren't they? They're the only 2 places up for grabs, and Stazz has won both of them comfortably. So what is Aysina? Aysina needs to make something happen. I think the way to retake one of these areas is to come in with a TNT, hit the tunnel, hit that tunnel, two terrorists each, or 3 and a 2. So the tunnels can't reinforce. Then you want to come in with your Toxin Tractor and your quads and whatever else you're coming in with. But you need to make something happen. If you just sit and play this one out now, it is a guaranteed loss. Because the enemy is on an extra 30k there and an extra 30k there. Yeah, so you see, and Aysina realizes this, but he's just running straight into tunnels. And meanwhile, Stazz's economy is better, so therefore his army is probably going to be better as well. So yeah, I think TNT in these tunnels, Boyka style, that's what Boyka likes to do. TNT's tunnels so the army can't be reinforced is a really decent idea. Might be too late now because there's too many tunnels. I mean, unless you're going to come in with like 3 technicals, I just quit. It's GG. Well played there from Stazz. This took control exactly as he needed to, and Aysina just wasn't able to push out. I think it was already GG. I think he was right to just quit there because, yeah, his attempt could have been better. Like I said, he could have come in with a TNT, trying to TNT them tunnels. But, yeah, it's just his handling of that left-hand side. He lost so much stuff for nothing. I didn't quite understand it. But, I don't know. I've never heard of Aysina. Maybe he's quite a new player. Maybe he's up and coming and stuff. And considering if he was new, actually looks kind of okay. But, yeah, Stazz... being quite experienced, just coming from Milan and stuff, you're expecting good stuff from him, and that is exactly what we saw. So 4-1 is the score. Okay, jump into the next game. We have Stazz up in the north with the Gilet Demolition in the yellow. Down in the south, we have Aysina with the China Vanilla in the red. That's kind of bad. Demo against China. I mean, if there's a GLA to win against with China Vanilla, probably going to be Demo, because in the early game, where GLA is usually very strong, Demo isn't all so strong, because all it takes is one TNT to go on some mines and not achieve anything. Then he's got expensive technicals and expensive quads. Of course, when he gets Demo Bikes out in the Demo Rebel Ambush, then he completely obliterates China Vanilla, but until that point, China Vanilla has got an okay chance. I think going for a forward supply is probably your best bet, and he is going to get the crush here, I believe. Yes, he does. He's going for a war factory and an airfield. I was going to say, if I was going to play this right now, I probably would do this exact build order, so I'm really happy that Aysina is doing it, because now we will see if it's going to work out, because this Gatlix that you make is going to be good for taking down them expensive quads of the GLA, or you might drop a flamer over the back. Oh, he delays the arms dealer as well. Okay, it will just be rebuilt by one of these, but you're seeing just those valuable few seconds. Look at the worker now messing around, going through the arms dealer and whatever. Those valuable few seconds will probably give you the chance to get that Gatlix up before there's a few quads. In fact, I'm pretty sure he'll make a technical as his first unit. He'll make a technical as his first unit. Oh, no, it's a quad. Okay, he anticipates it could be a helix. Okay, fair enough. But now it's going to be a flamer and a helix. Oh, man. Can you imagine seeing that in real life, by the way? Imagine you're just chilling here. Oh. Imagine you're just chilling here and there's a massive helicopter with a massive double Gatling gun on the top. Comes flying in, drops off a tank that breathes fire. And then just starts flaming down everything with something called a firewall. Loses one truck there. The base is getting sold off. Needs to rotate the firewall. And move away from the tunnel, actually. Move away from the tunnel so the flamer survives. Yeah. Because if you go behind here now, the GLA is screwed. You just imagine seeing that in real life. What would that even look like? It probably can happen because the Helix is based on some Chinese helicopter. I did know the name of it. I actually can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, it's based on something in real life. It is modified and looks more beefy and beasty in Zira, but it is real. And flame tanks were real from like World War II, so you would imagine we could at least make one now. So technically you could make that happen. Gatling guns are real as well. I don't know if we could strap a double Gatling gun to the front of a Helix. But yeah, I don't even know what to say. He won in 3 minutes 11 in one of the most imbalanced matchups. So yeah, really nice aggression there. Truck rush achieving its goal, delaying the arms dealer. If that truck rush didn't delay that arms dealer by that much, if that worker didn't go through the arms dealer and delay it by even more seconds, then would he have got enough quads out to win? Maybe. And what would be the counter in that situation as Stazz? Well, the counter, I think, would be as soon as you see the Helix, you could make a demo bike and hope you hit the flamer. And if you do, then make quads, because the Gatlix is not going to do much against an arms dealer. It's gonna kill your work, isn't it? It's going to kill the quads as they come out, but at least you save your base from the flamer, I mean. So, yeah, but either way, what are we saying? Like, Aysina, really nice aggression there. GG, well played. Okay, on with the next game. We have Stazz now down in the south with the China Vanilla in the yellow. Is he starting to feel the pressure a little bit? Because it was looking like a really convincing scoreline. Now suddenly we're at 4-2. and you've got an imbalanced matchup, China Vanilla against Demo. Got to be feeling the pressure a little bit. Like, hang on a minute, am I gonna throw this one? Am I gonna lose this one? Because even though Aysina just did a really, really decent strat there as the China and annihilated the Demo, I mean, that can only work so many times, and Aysina's probably got to be anticipating that now. So yeah, would it work a second time? Stazz obviously thinks not, because he's going to do 2 supplies. More standard build order for the China. He's actually doing a Helix over here, it looks like, or MiGs maybe. A War Factory over here and a Truck Rush on this left-hand side. So he is changing it up. Well, it's effectively the same build order, isn't it? It's just in different locations. So Stazz here, trying to get the Crush. Is he going to be able to get the Crush? You need to rotate the screen. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's obviously beaconed it because he's annoyed, but there's no reason why you couldn't hit that. It's just poor micro. That's just the... let's not beat around the bush here. That's just poor micro. Terrorist gets a flame, and that's very, very nice there for Aysina. Because sometimes it's not always easy to get that flamer. As soon as it moves back through the War Factory, as soon as it spawns, sometimes you don't cause all the damage. But I think DoMiNaToR must do slightly more damage, so... Well, they do more damage, so... That's why it went down. Stazz is frustrated a lot. He's also beaconed here, where things are messed up. Well, it's not a perfect supply anyway. It's not close enough. But the terrain here is weird, because weird stuff happens there. TNT, going to get a truck, and he kills 2 trucks. I mean, the thing with Stazz here, yes, he's making some mistakes, and yes, he's getting a bit frustrated, but when you start placing beacons, that means your mind is not 100% on winning. Your mind is, you're thinking about the streamer, which is this Blair guy. You're thinking about the viewers watching and stuff like that. You're beaconing, so you're frustrated. The physical action of clicking the beacon and pressing on the map is taking micro time away and going to make you worse in the coming moments, because you're clicking beacons rather than clicking units, rather than microing and attacking things. It's going to make you worse. It's going to make you lose. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this beacon stuff. Helix there goes down. It does engage. It shouldn't have engaged that. Should not have engaged that. Technical over here harassing some trucks. Flame is going to go and engage this, but there's quite a few quads. RPG still. Let's on 4 workers, I suppose. Flamer there goes down, and this technical is harassing over here. There's no mines, and that supply should be a little bit closer. So yeah, I think this is where you're seeing the biggest money tournament you've ever been in, probably. And you're starting to feel the pressure a bit. Like I said before, it was a really decent scoreline. And all of a sudden, it's like 4-2. Now you're with a weaker army. You're starting to get frustrated and stuff. You're thinking about the viewers. This is where, man, this is where the mental test comes in. I honestly believe a high percentage of beating the top players is probably 50% mental, 50% skill, something like that. A lot of it is mental. Once you understand the game and you know what to do, the rest is all mental. The rest is just up to you and your brain. And I think Stazz was seeing a little bit of mental weakness here. I might be wrong. Maybe he's just... Yeah, he just quits. GG, well played. Aysina is doing a little bit of a comeback. Are we going to see him knock Stazz out here? I don't know, you know. 4-3 is the score so far. Getting really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think we're seeing a bit of mental weakness here? Am I thinking too much into it? Yeah, you let me know what you think. I mean, I've played loads of tournaments. I've played loads of challenges and stuff in the past. So I kind of know what it's like to be in these situations and stuff. So yeah, from my experience over the years and whatever, that's what I think we're seeing here with Stazz, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if he's got what it takes to just get this one more win and get himself over the line in the next game. Okay, jumping into the next one, we have USA Laser for Stazz up in the north with the yellow. Down in the south, we've got Aysina with the China Infantry in the red. Winnable both ways, this, I think. Do I prefer infantry? I think I do prefer infantry. I do prefer the infantry. It is quite a longish map, so generally gives you a little bit of time to get your defenses up as the laser. But it's that first initial attack from infantry, like one big outpost full of stuff, or an assault troop crawler and some tank hunters. You've got to be thinking, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to delay the infantry? Stuff like that, yeah. It's not one of my favorite matchups, actually. I dislike this matchup very much, as playing as the laser and as the infantry. Let's see what the players are going to go for. We've got War Factory and a barracks here for Aysina, a more forward supply rather than his safer second supply. War Factory barracks and 2 supplies here from Stazz. Is he still feeling that mental pressure that I think he is? Or am I just completely misreading this and is he just about to close it out here? Let's see. Also, the momentum is a bit with Aysina from a bad scoreline to start. Was it 3 or 4-0 down? He's now doing this bit of a comeback. So the momentum technically is with him. Evax 1 tank hunter here is going to go inside of this bunker, which will protect these trucks. We've got a bunker on this right hand side. So now, if you think about it, these trucks cannot really be harassed. The only time they can be harassed is when this moves out. But the barracks is going to keep putting units there, and the war factory is going to keep putting units there. This is actually an ambulance rush from Stazz, and he's got a couple of missile defenders in there, probably wanting to pop open these outposts. But where is he going? He's taking a lot of damage on that ambulance. He's run straight into a bunker over here. He is going to take out that, but this is where it gets Excal's word dicey, because you've got this full outpost to deal with, and you've got what, 1 V and 2 missile defenders. You lost 1 dozer here, probably. You're going to lose 1 V. Probably about to lose a Chinook. Like dealing with this first blob of units is difficult. So your missile defenders here are going to get gunned down by a minigunner. That V is awfully close to going down. This dozer's still alive. Goes down now. So yeah, I mean, how efficiently you deal with this probably determines if you win the game, because no economic damage whatsoever has been done to Aysina. So if you lose a few Vs on an ambulance or a few Vs and a Chinook or whatever to this, and then the next wave comes in your base, you're in trouble. Another fire base gets built. Fire bases are really strong. So your ideal goal is to get up to a load of them against infantry for sure. But that fire base has gone down there. Another V has gone down. And yeah, don't tell me now that Stazz ain't feeling the mental pressure here. He definitely is feeling the pressure. It's about to go 4-4 if this onslaught continues. He's also losing his Chinook back here because he's not cleared up the final tank hunter. He's still not looking there. A few games throughout this, you know, he's been taking damage on his Chinooks unnecessarily. And here's just another thing. He's definitely feeling the pressure right now. Aysina with a solid build order is making his prop, solid aggression, no messing around whatsoever. Coming in the base now, another V falls, another fire base is about to fall, and oh my god, what are we seeing? We are literally seeing a monster comeback here from Aysina. I think he's going to force the decider here. He has to be forcing the decider. How is Stazz going to come back from this? Yeah, an ambulance and some flashbangs is probably the only way to clear this up now. But behind this, Aysina could be doing anything. I mean, the follow-up for that I'd probably be doing, just ruthless, just go for a helix after it. So instead of that prop, just go for a helix, just full of minigunners or a few tank gunners inside of there as well, whatever. But and then as soon as, even if he clears up your main attack, then you just come in with the helix and just wreck him with wreck the Chinooks, wreck the dozers, and then just get out and just build a million bunkers. That's like the strat I'd be going for. But yeah, 4-4. What an amazing set so far. They're going to a decider. Okay, so the decider will be infantry for Stazz down in the south with the yellow. Up in the north, we've got USA Laser for Aysina with the red. So yeah, the reason it's not the stealth mirror is because they had a nuke mirror at the start. So that makes it an odd number because they don't reverse a mirror. If that makes sense. That made it 1-0 straight away, didn't it, to Stazz with the nuke mirror? So then it's always been an odd number. It's always been 3-0 or 4-1 or something like that all the way through. It's always been an odd number. So now they have to reverse this for fairness. So effectively, the nuke mirror already was the decider, if that kind of makes sense. But they played that first. So now they're playing the reverse of this, which now effectively is the decider. Did that make sense? Yeah, you got that. All right, nice one. Thank you. War Factory Barracks here for Stazz. Same build order. Aysina mixing it up, going for double barracks. Sending a dozer over here to this right hand side to build a fire base. Fire base going up on this left hand side. So the counter to this would be a helix. I mean, if you did a helix straight to the base now, he would be dead. But as the infantry, you don't know what he's done. If he's gone for War Factory Barracks, helix is more risky. If the helix goes down, you don't know. He's gone for 2 barracks and into this fire base spam. You don't know that. So yeah, the next question for Aysina is, what do you do then about this middle? Because probably the middle area is where this first outpost is going to push. So yeah, do you build a fire base and then a war factory, or do you just jump straight into a war factory? I think a fire base first is the better option, especially given we can see the map. But the first unit here for Stazz is actually an assault troop crawler. Okay, so it's all really, how's that going to do against this defense here? He's got flashbangs. Aysina needs more flashbangs though, so there's quite a few minigunners inside of there. So Stazz, if we look from his view now, he can see what's going on here. He can see a load of rangers. He now knows, okay, I'm under a bit of pressure here. So yeah, the follow-up for this, I would now again switch into a helix. He's going for a 3rd supply actually, because if someone's going really defensive, yeah, a natural thing is to do is to take over the map. He's going for his 3rd supply. These trucks are nice and comfortable, tucked in there. So yeah, nice build order from Aysina. I like the fact that he's changed it up and just not copied what we saw before, even though it didn't work. So yeah, I still think anyone can win here because it's a nice solid hold here. But the thing is, when you do such a defensive build order like this, is that the other player will naturally take over more supply. So you see his economy is already 50% better now because he's got that extra supply. But USA is generally more efficient. So generally, China could be on a greater economy than you for a bit. But you don't want to allow it for ages. You want to at least get this oil and refinery to catch up, at least. Okay, Stazz is making an airfield, indicating he wants to go for MiGs. If those MiGs get up, that's going to be difficult then for the laser. Yeah, laser sometimes makes a lot of Avengers. You get a big death blob of units together. Bunker going up on this left-hand side, but there are 2 Vs there. That dozer is going to go down, but will the bunker go down? Will the Vs just run into the bunker, though, where there's mines? No, actually, they are going to kill the dozer and go around it. Does need to be careful, though, because there's a tank hunter here. But there are flashbangs in there as well, and that tank hunter there does go down. So Stazz is under pressure now. He's got napalm MiGs up, though, and 1 V is going to go over here. Other V here is going to get picked off by the MiGs. Very, very nice. But a couple of trucks here will go down. Aysina behind this definitely needs to be getting his oil and refinery, 100%. Whilst the enemy's distracted, that's when you need to do, or need to buff your eco. He's actually going for the dozer hunt. Has he got missile defenders in that? Don't tell me he's got missile defenders in that. Okay, so yeah, he really needs to get that. Otherwise, Stazz is like... is Stazz too far ahead? I think he might be, because he's got the napalm MiGs up. But it's all down to Aysina just not expanding to his oil. What, like, you're still making all these units and stuff here. He's going in for a drop on the dozer. It is a V, and he could get it. But the MiGs come in and stop it. Yeah, Aysina probably is feeling the pressure himself now. This dozer still does need to be careful because there's still 2 missile defenders here. There's still 1. Ooh, baby. CC is up. I mean, it'd be hard enough if you had these 2 buildings. But the fact that you don't have them 2 buildings, Stazz has a big lead now, in my opinion. Yeah, he has a big lead. Making a prop, he's going to get these soon as well, because he's going to have that Lotus out. There's only 2 Avengers out. He's building another firebase. That is not the answer. Another firebase in, like, this position? Nah. Okay, MiGs come through. Gonna kill probably the firebase. 1 MiG does fall. Ooh, it doesn't kill the firebase. Interesting, it didn't create a firestorm. I didn't see if the Avenger blocked one of the missiles or not. Oil and refinery now captured, but that's like 3 minutes too late, honestly. This firebase is not needed. You need more units out now because this is all you've got. There's quite a lot of outposts out. Lotus is now out, going to get these two. Stazz has upgraded to a second war factory. So I think what Stazz can do now is ECM's an outpost, which he's already got, but then into Infernos, because then you've forced these non-long range units into a bad battle. And then you've got your MiGs to support. So yeah, I think Stazz has got this. I think he's closed this out. Outpost army down the left. Don't really know what you're going to do down the left side, though. You at least want the outpost to be covered by the ECMs. He's probably going to clear the way with the MiGs. Maybe that's what he's going to do. Because you can get a big vision with these outposts. So yeah, one firebase there going to go down straight away. So maybe that's why he's got a secondary firebase. He's scared of one getting picked off. It's just overly defensive. I like the start, but then you can't just keep being overly defensive whilst going for the dozer, which failed. But yeah, a massive outpost army now in the base. Aysina trying to hold this. He's got flashbangs, he's got Avengers, he's got Vs. He's got the right composition to deal with it. Behind this, Stazz is floating with 5.6k. Aysina 2.6k. And these Chinooks here are going to get picked off. You can't lose these, man. You're already economically behind, but losing $2,400 worth of Chinooks there? Nah. Nah. Chinook crashes into the side of the mountain. He's building a CC. Aysina doesn't have much cash. He's only collecting on one Chinook here, which means he didn't remake that Chinook he lost when going for the dozer hunt before. Flashbang's doing some nice work here. I think he will eventually probably be able to clear this up. The question is, what will he lose in the process? Because he can't afford to lose anything right now. He's going to lose actually nothing. But he has lost both of his Chinooks there. He's only collecting on one here. MiG's now coming in on this right hand side. Do try to go for the dozer hunt, but he has actually clicked on the CC and not clicked on the dozer. So the dozer's going to probably finish the CC. But does it really matter? Because look at Stazz's money, like it's on 7k. He's got this beast army. You could probably win with just that army there. Never mind the MiGs and all the other money you've got and stuff. So yeah, this is going to be hard. Like, what do you even do against that as Aysina now? Aysina needs to get back on 4 Chinooks ASAP. What you can do as well is get the Super Lotus. Where is the Super Lotus? There she is. You can use the Super Lotus in this army to disable these units from long range. I think going down the right side and capturing the CC or capturing these buildings is also good. I think he wins this engagement anyway because the Infernos, like this army's got no long range. As lazy, you don't have Tomahawks, do you? So that one Avenger going to go down. Oh, baby. It's close. But, I mean, it's all right saving one Avenger there, but what's the long-term plan for this? There's no long-term plan, let's face it. There's no long-term plan. Is there even a search and destroy? Nope. So, I mean, the odds are stacked against Aysina. It would be a miracle if he manages to defend against this. Laserlock comes in on the Infernos. The Inferno's not paying attention for a second, but it doesn't matter because the previous Firestorm is going to kill him. There's so many MiGs here. Stazz is almost floating 10k. Another Firestorm there. Ooh, almost a Firestorm. Takes out another Missile Defender. Stazz is ahead in terms of XP, indicating he has definitely killed more. 2 Chinooks now here. 2 Chinooks now here. That's just way too much. Just look at the amount of yellow on the map. It's just way too much. Missile Defenders alone here. Yes, they might cause a bit of damage. Might pick off one Inferno. But even then, it can just get replaced by Stazz's amazing economy here. So yeah, what is the longer term plan? And I don't even know if there is one, to be honest. I really don't know, because Stazz is now on almost 15k. He's just spent a load. He's just spent about 7 or 8k on units. Firebase there is going to go down. Another laser lock comes in here. what is the long-term plan? You could hold out until you get Pathfinders, but even then, if these units are loaded up, it's just going to be so hard. But at the moment, it's just single-file missile defenders into the army. Carpet Bomb now comes in. He is level 3. And the barracks and the supply go down. I really think Stazz has done it here. Held himself together, gets the win when it's needed and required. Looking like he's heading through to round number 2. Did I just see the repair function on Stazz's units? Oh, man.
Search and destroy.
Search and destroy. Okay, only about 7 minutes too late. The MiG's just going to kill it straight away. I mean, there's nothing to counter the air units. They'd literally just fly in and click on it, and that's it. Painful for Aysina, but it was a nice try at his comeback. Artillery now coming in. Just look at this massive army here for Stazz. Absolutely insane. Artillery coming in, probably... on the barracks, yeah, I thought that. Where's the Lotus? There he is. She is, even. So what he can do now is a very pro strat. Capture the CC, and as you're capturing the CC, fly into the MiGs and pick off the only dozer. Then all of a sudden he's hunted. He thinks he's safe because he's got a CC, but all of a sudden, boom, no dozer, no CC. Massive army now moving in for Stazz. Aysina trying to scramble some kind of a defense, but he's getting chased away. CC cap now coming in, the MiGs are on the way. Doesn't really matter where the MiGs hit, whether they hit this army or whether they hit that dozer. It's all just fun and games here for Stazz. He has managed to close it out. Very, very entertaining series, though. MiGs coming in, and the Avengers doing good work. Bad control here from Stazz on the MiGs, but it all doesn't really matter. He could probably double tap Q and attack me and probably still win the game at this point, because there are just too few units out here for Aysina. Aysina is actually on 10k. I think it's because all of his production has been completely cut off, that he's not able to do anything else. A few units going down here on both sides. Army thinning out a little bit for Stazz, but it's still moved into the base, and Aysina doesn't have a base anymore, really. His war factory there is going to go down. Power plant being rebuilt, but another wave is on the way. I can hear some hackers somewhere, which I think is a bad idea, but I mean, he's won anyway. Aysina is still floating 10k. War factory goes down. There is only a few buildings remaining now for Aysina. Carpet Bomb comes in on the only dozer. Takes down the CC. Sorry, it takes down the power, takes down the fire bases. This is absolute destruction in his last few minutes. Absolute destruction. He's probably saying GG right now. He's not controlling that V. It doesn't really matter. It is over. Stazz is going through. And what a fantastic way here to finish round number 1, because that is the last game of round number 1. We're now going to start casting round number 2. Of course, we already had Boyka against Reznov in round number 2. That's one that I live streamed. But yeah, we've got a few other good ones to cast. At least I'm like 13 games behind or something, so I'm going to try and bash them out over the next few days. So yeah, GG, well played. Stazz goes through to round number 2, 5-4, with an almost amazing comeback from Aysina, but sadly not enough to take the victory here. So I would be interested to see Aysina spamming on the Clan Wars, spamming 1v1 Pro games, and where can he get to in the future. I don't know if he plays under any other name. It's the first time I've seen a guy called Aysina. But did you like what you see? Let me know what you thought in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed this stream or video even, and see you in the next one. GG.